Hmm. Hi. I think I think we're there. We go. Hi. Hello. Facebook Live. It's good to see you. Okay, we're here for um calm as fuck Qigong. Yeah. Just gonna give it a couple minutes. Let everybody come on in. I'll tell you a little bit about myself while we do that. I'm Brett Rogers. I am the acupuncturist at Red Raven Acupuncture, and this is my wonderful home. And I invite everyone here each week to do Calm as Fuck Qigong, where we do just a free, quick Qigong exercise where we all help to calm down and get a little centered during these trying times. Um, yeah, so we'll just wait a couple more minutes. I do this every week, every Monday at 6 p.m. And an announcement I have to make is our telehealth appointments are now no longer donation based. They are being moved into Red Raven proper, and they are going to be our telehealth community clinic. So the telehealth community clinic means everything's on a sliding scale now with a base pay of $30 per appointment, and then you can donate or tip, if you will, however much more you want to pay on whatever you're able to. We don't ask for any economic information. We leave it up to everybody to decide how much they can pay. And then each month, we're probably going to be donating half of the proceeds from those appointments to a local charity. This month, we are going to be donating half of the proceeds from our telehealth appointments to the Pride Center for their LGBTQ plus emergency fund. So if you're interested, head on over to Red Raven Acupuncture and sign up for a telehealth appointment. And the idea this month is self-care and community care merge. So yeah, all right. Looks like we got a couple people showing up. Yay! Hi, welcome everybody. Okay, so let's get to it. We're gonna do some qigong. Yeah. My co-host Blue is in the corner. She may or may not join us. So everybody stand up, or sit in a chair, whatever. I have my chair here. I may bring it out sometimes to do some of the exercises sitting down. But first thing we're gonna do is just jiggle. This is my favorite part. So I always start with this. I know it's a silly exercise, but I think we really undervalue how powerful something this simple can be, right? We like to complicate things. Okay, I won't speak for you. I like to complicate things, and I tend to think really complicated things are better or, I don't know, more powerful, but that's often not true. So just keep shaking. If you want, you can come up on your heels and bounce a little bit. Good. Keep going. Keep going. We're going to go for like another 30 seconds. So we're doing a really good job of activating our lymphatic system. This is great for our immunity. It's great for just bouncing the muscles around and relieving stress, tension. You hear my floor bouncing in the background. Keep going. You're almost done. You can walk around a little bit if you want. Okay, good. And then we'll let that come to a stop, and we'll come to our Qigong center stance, so our feet about shoulder width apart. Think about letting the tailbone kind of drop and the crown of the head lift, really extending the spine in two directions, sinking and lifting, and take some deep breaths. Breathing deep down into the dantian, our energetic center just below the belly button. And just feel your body. How does it feel? Any changes after all that jiggling and shaking? Remember, the point of calmness of Qigong is to help us stay nice and calm, reset our nervous system, let our body relax, and let our immune system do what it's supposed to do and keep us nice and healthy. All right, let's do a couple circle breaths, gathering chi. So we'll inhale as we take the arms up. Exhale as we come down. Good. Keep going. Good. Let's do one more. Good. Now let's just roll our shoulders. We just want to kind of open our shoulders up today. Today was another big day on the computer for me. I spent a lot of time sitting. So I am going to spend most of the time tonight standing. You can switch the directions with your shoulders now. If standing for long periods of time hurts your feet or hurts your back or you're tired, feel free to bring out a chair and sit in it, and you can do any of these exercises in a chair. If you have any problems figuring out how to do some of them, feel free to DM me afterwards and I can talk to you and maybe do a little video for you and show you how to do some things seated. All right, now let's just swing those arms, open up those shoulders. Good. I hope everybody is having a good day. I'm having a pretty great day today, which is awesome. Last Monday was not, I don't know, I had a case of the Mondays. Let's do big circles now. So it's nice today. You know, we got to take those good days when we can get them right now, right? All right. If you haven't switched directions, go ahead and switch. Good. All right. I'm going to leave the chair there. I'm actually just going to come and kneel in front to show you guys what I want to do. So we want to do some neck stretching now. And when we do it, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. When we do neck circles, what I don't want to do is just kind of like this, because that really compresses the cervical spine. So when I'm doing my neck circles, I want to think about taking the top of my head and reaching it to the wall behind me. So you can see that difference there. That neck is nice and open, nice and extended. Good, so just nice, slow neck circles. Only do range of motion that feels good to you, feels comfortable. We just want to gently and slowly awaken all of our major joints. So let's go the other way. Really reaching that head behind you. Keeping that neck nice and extended. Good. Good. Now we're going to take our ear to our shoulder, and we're just going to leave it there. And we really want to think about just opening up this side, so you can sort of let this hand drop down. You can even like reach the fingers out and extend it down towards the ground. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can bring that opposite hand up. Gently place it and open up the side of that neck. Good. And let's go to the other side. Open down. And come up. Good. Take a couple deep breaths right here. Good. And come back to center. one of my really favorite exercises for the neck, which is also really, really good for the eyes, is we're gonna really tuck your chin in and really extend that neck up, right? So we want that cervical spine to be like nice and straight. And then I want you to look to the side, keeping everything nice and still. Find something to focus on, and then look straight ahead. Find something to focus on, and then look the other direction and find something to focus on. And while you do that, I want you to really think about keeping that neck open and extended. And then find your spot on to one side, to the front, to the other side, to the front. And really just alternate between them while still finding your spot and letting your eyes completely focus, but do it as quick as you can. Good. Oh, I feel this one right up in the base, like where my spine connects to my brain. Right up in there. Whew. Okay, good. Yeah. Now we're going to do our wrists. So interlace your fingers and then let your wrists do a nice 90-degree angle. And then we're going to rotate. But think about the movement coming from the elbows. That allows your wrist to stay relaxed and get a little bit more range of motion, which is always nice. If you've been typing a lot today or playing on your phone at all, this can be great. Let's go the other way. Good. And now we're going to interlace our fingers in the opposite direction. So whichever thumb was on top, the opposite one's on top now. It'll feel super weird. It means you're doing it right. And we come down, we're going to do it again. Good. And then here's the kicker. We're going to reverse that again on the opposite side. I know, it's a little bit like rubbing your belly and patting your head. Good. And then we're going to open our hands and close our hands, and open our hands and close our hands, and do it as fast as we can while not sacrificing any range of motion. You'll really start to feel this in those forearms pretty quickly. Ooh, good. Shake it out. Find another direction to shake it out. Okay, good. All right, now we're gonna step up. And we're just gonna do some hip circles right now. So getting your feet, you can put your hands on your hips to give yourself a little bit more stability. And we're just gonna do some hip circles. Nothing too intense. Good. And let's go back the other way. Good. Yeah, keep going. Doing good. Nice. All right, good. Good. Now we're going to open up the hips a little bit more, open up our inguinal crease, the groin and the gua, if you will. So we're going to take all of our weight over to one side, and then we're going to bring this foot up and over. So if you need to hang on to something for balance, please feel free to do that. So how do I know all of my weight's over here? Because if I lift up this foot, my balance doesn't change, right? Whereas if I'm mostly over it, but I still have some weight in this foot, when I lift it up, I still have to take my weight over. So this change in weight is super important. It's one of the things that helps keep the brain elasticity, and it keeps everything strong, keeps us healthy, and helps us age well. So all of our weight over on one side, bring the foot across, out, over. Keep the weight here. There's going to be this point where you want to fall, like right here, but keep that weight here. Now, if you can, I want you to start switching sides in between. If you're having some trouble with some balance, that's okay. You can just do one side over and over like this. But if you can alternate between the two, good. It'll be a little better. One thing to help with balance is to sink lower. So if I'm like up really high and tall, I'm a little more wobbly. If I sink low, it makes it a little easier for me to keep my balance, but then I'm activating my quads a little more. So maybe a little bit of a better workout. But we're not here to work out. We're here to get our chi flowing smoothly and to calm down. So in that respect, I am going to sit for a second, and I'm going to give my knees some loving. Rub your hands back and forth. Get them nice and hot. And then just make nice circles on your knees. Yeah. Good. Our knees do a lot of work for us, so we show them some loving. Get the hands warm again, and we'll go back the other direction. Good. So this helps increase blood flow to the knees, helps them stay nice and strong, and it also just feels good. You gotta love those knees, man. Yeah. Okay, great. We can stand up. And we're gonna do some ankles. So just stand on one foot, rotate that ankle around, and go the other way. And then write calm. AF. Okay. And now we'll do the other side. So we're opening up all of our joints because that allows our chi to flow through the whole body much easier. That's going to make all the Qigong that we do, switch directions, much more helpful, much more powerful. And then write your name. Good. Now let's do 3 circle breaths again. This movement's also known as gathering chi. When we inhale, we're drawing chi in from the universe around us. And as we exhale, we're storing it in our center, in the dantian. So you guys keep doing the circle breaths. I'm going to talk to you for just a minute about that dantian. So here's my belly button. It's just below the belly button in the center of the body. It's kind of one of the most important things in Qigong. That's where our chi is stored, our reservoir of chi. And it's also where everything kind of becomes a problem for us. As we get excited, as we get angry, our chi comes up and it gets stuck here, or it can even come all the way up here. This is our middle dantian, or our heart center. And then the upper dantian, or the third eye, right? So the whole point of Qigong is to help relax and oftentimes to descend that chi. Not for every Qigong, but definitely for calm as fuck Qigong. What we're trying to do is help draw all that chi down from our heads, down from our hearts and our chests, and help return it to the center. So that's going to make us stronger. It's going to give us a healthier base, and it's going to help us feel more relaxed and calm. So let's do a couple more circle breaths together. Inhaling, drawing chi in. Exhaling, letting it all descend down the midline and storing at our dantian. Good. All right, let's do one more. Good. We're going to move straight on into swinging arms, which I nickname noodle arms because I feel like it helps people understand the concept of what we need to be doing with the arms a little better. So we're just going to be turning like this. Pretty simple, right? That's our motto for today, simplicity. Simplicity is powerful. But when we do this, some things that happen are people try and like swing their arms like this, right? You want them to be like dead like noodles, right? They're going wherever they go, kind of like one of those handheld drums where the things spin. The other thing is you want to keep your spine nice and straight. Like we did earlier, extending it in both directions. We're lifting it up and we're pulling it down. So that makes a nice, very twisting motion with our spine, which is also very healthy for our longevity. So let's get into it. The other thing, make sure you brace your knees. You don't want to turn them in too much, right? You want them to still stay pretty. There's a little bit of turning there, but not much. So the other thing that's happening is I'm turning my head because that's going to help me get a nice twisting movement. I keep looking at you guys because I want to talk to you. But what I really need to be doing is turning my head like this, reaching up, sinking down, twisting. That's, again, ultimately, this is a really simple movement. But we underestimate its power. We underestimate how helpful this can be. A mobile and active spine keeps us very healthy for many, many decades. Good. Keep going a little longer. Good. You can let it start to slow down. Good. And let's do 3 more circle breaths. Checking in with your body while you do this. Does anything feel different? Does anything feel more awake? Is anything in more pain? If you're having any pain, think about breathing into those areas. Filling them up with air, with oxygen, with chi. Good. Awesome. All right. So our next movement, we're going to make nice circling movements with our hands towards the inside of our body. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to kind of draw it up the midline. I'm going to bring the other one in front of me. Yeah. So I'm going to come up. You guys keep going. I'm going to come up and turn sideways so you can see a little closer. So I'm really just like it can be nice and slow. If you want to have a nice little bend, you can. If you just want to stay nice and tall, you can too. Whatever feels best to you. Just don't lock those knees out when you do this. We never want to overextend when we're doing Qigong. When we overextend, we lock those joints out, and that diminishes and even stops the flow of Qi. So with this movement, we're drawing Qi into our body. We're helping it descend towards that Dantian, opening up that heart, while regulating our breath. Just taking a moment to chill out, nice and slow. Exercising our brain by thinking about the hands moving in opposite circles. And then we can take both hands out and let them come down. Inhaling, letting the hands come up to shoulder height. Exhaling, letting them come down. This is a very good balancing movement. Let this movement go with your breath. Your inhale and your exhale lead the movement. I'm going to stand to the side so you can see a couple things I want you to think about when we do this movement. As I come forward, right, I'm going to exaggerate here. We're thinking about like lifting up, right? But I'm not actually lifting up. And how this is like a really nice balanced movement is when I do this, I'm going to lift up like this. I'm also going to think about sinking down and sinking back. So it's kind of like, so I have this rising and sinking, and then sinking and rising happening at the same time. Now, it's not actually happening. When I'm doing the movement, I'm really just like, but it's this concept that I think about when I do it, right? Good. Let's do 5 more. Letting your breath lead the movement. Breathing deeply into that dantian, making sure your knees aren't locked out. Good. One more. Good. Our next movement is going to be also an up and down balance movement. So I'm going to bring my hands up as I go to the side and down and then up. Good. And so again, this is for balance, but we're also drawing our hands up the sides of the body, which we talked about before as being sort of like this place where chi really gets stuck and where um, irritability sort of resides. So really kind of opening up those sides can help relieve stagnation, what we call liver chi stagnation, and irritability, anger. I know I need to do that. when I drive in San Antonio and I get very upset at the people going 20 miles an hour on the highway. Typically, no, that's a lie, not typically. But ideally, when I'm in a great space, I just go around them, you know? I'm like, you know what, you do you. Sometimes I don't feel that way though. And I know when that happens, a little Qigong can really go a long way. Once more on this side. Good, back to center. Good. Now we're going to do sort of like the reverse of what we did in the previous movement, which instead of like this movement, we're going to go like this. Let your breathing be natural, whatever feels good to you. So what I'm doing now is I'm drawing Qi into the Dantian sort of directly, right? I'm pulling it in right here. And then I'm helping cycle it through the body and going up, right? Like we're just, don't go that fast, but I was just demonstrating that this Qi just gets to flow. We want things moving. One of the things that is happening during this pandemic is, things are very stagnant. We're not moving as much as we need to be. So that's why these weekly classes are so important. And kudos to you for showing up. If you're watching the replay, hell yeah. Make that time. Keep moving. Bring it both in. We're going to do palm over palm right at that dantian. Take 3 deep breaths, feeling the breath go all the way down into that dantian. Ready? Making sure the knees aren't locked out, letting the tailbone drop and the crown of the head lift. Good. One more. Good. All right. One final movement for today. What I want you guys to do is, it's really fun. I really like it a lot. But we're going to go like this, and then up, and then this, and then up. And a lot of times we're not worried about kind of like dancey or smooth movements. We're thinking more about staying relaxed and open. But this one, like, let your dancer feel this one. And be like, ooh, yeah. What we're really doing with this movement is we're just giving ourselves a little bit of extra movement. Opening those hips, standing and sitting, this movement over and over. The wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, the spine twisting. It's just a really great movement. Especially if you sat all day at the computer, which I'm sure many of you did not. I'm sure a lot of you are back to work, or maybe you went to the movies. I don't know. One of my favorite restaurants is opening tomorrow for curbside. So I will be calling and getting my curbside tomorrow at WD Deli. Ooh, I've been craving some food. Good. Keep going. Give me 3 more. Hopefully one of your favorite places is going to be open soon. And you can go get that food. I know. I think it's close to dinner time. I'm talking about food a lot. All right, 3rd time on that side, last time on this side. Good. And let's do a couple more circle breaths. I'm going to do 2 more. Good. Awesome. All right. I'll just come talk to you here. So that was Calmness About Qigong for May the 4th. Oh, I forgot to wish happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Yeah, we're here every Monday at 6 p.m. and we do some Qigong together. A lot of people join us later, and that's totally fine. The replays are always available. And if you missed it at the beginning, I just want to let you know our telehealth appointments are going to be on a sliding scale now. They're part of our community clinic. And for the month of May, 50% of all the proceeds for any telehealth appointment is going to be donated to the local Pride Center for their emergency LGBTQ plus fund. This is a local fund, where people can apply directly and get direct assistance. So this is a great way to help people in your local community. And yeah, so please share this video. Oh, thank you guys so much. If you liked it, let everyone know. We're here every Monday. Subscribe because there will be multiple quick fixes throughout the week. Yay, Matt. So there'll be multiple quick fixes throughout the week, which are really short videos that I do. Just a good reminder for us to stand up and move around a little bit. Okay, well, thanks again. I really appreciate y'all showing up. So it means a lot that you guys are willing to come and do this with me. And I can't wait to start doing this in person again soon. All right, love to everybody out there. We'll see you very soon. Bye.